What's up, guys? This fucking dude. What's up, guys? Back at it again with another video, and today we're gonna get this thing started. So we got our injected data, we got our injectors. I did a lot of shit off camera because we had a lot of fuel leaks we had to deal with, and I'm tired of delaying this shit any further. So all the fuel leaks have been mended. We still have a small leak here at the fuel pressure regulator because this is an eBay rail. We're gonna get an AEM, so it fixes that issue. I got the AN lines made up for the catch can. I got the catch can mounted. Don't mind this, I'll explain that in a second. Got the catch can mounted. I welded some legs on it and bolted it down. The wires, the hoses are made. We got these clamps. Now these are for 6 or 8 AN, but this is 10 AN line. The 10 ones were kind of large, so whatever. We got our blow-off valve teed in. This is all vacuum right now. We're not seeing any boost, so it just has to be plugged in. We got our boost gauge plugged in so we can see reference and see what's going on here. We had a small coolant leak. I also made up the grounds here. We're still going to be mounting the battery, which we don't have in place right now. I'm going to make grounds for that too as well. But the clamps are for the battery. So I kind of like rigged it up so we can have battery in here because none of our wires are long enough for where the battery's going to go, and I'm not going to make them twice. So we just kind of rigged something just to get it turned over, get it started, see what happens. I also got the fuel relay wired in. So it's got factory signal, turn it on and off. And then it'll send power straight from the battery to the fuel pump. We have an eBay 450 in the tank, like I said. Still got a lot of things to do on the car, just buttoning, like not even anything with the motor. So we got plugs. We're ready to go. We're gonna switch it around real quick, get it flipped around so we have the exhaust pointed outside, obviously. It is pretty late, but we're starting this bitch tonight. So yeah, we'll catch up when we're getting ready. But yeah, I got a lot of shit done, so. Okay, great. Stop. Put the e-brake on. Just kidding. There's a lot. Got you. No, I even looked for that shit before. All right, we got the cars turning around on the back of this bitch on up, and start uploading the map. All right, so got the map uploaded onto the ECU. I have our map signal corrected because we have using a 4-bar Speed Factory 4-bar, which is this. Uses a Hondata 4-port, same voltages, so you can go with that scaler. We're gonna crank it. We have the injectors unplugged. I have the distributor unplugged. We have the spark plugs out so that we can crank it, get oil pressure. Once we have oil pressure, then we're not having spark plugs in there because it saves the bearings. So when you start it or crank it over, it doesn't hurt them on first start because there are fresh bearings. So with spark plugs out, we're gonna crank it. We're gonna get oil pressure. Once we have oil pressure, we're gonna compression test it if we have enough battery, and then from there we're gonna go ahead and start it. So we're gonna go ahead and get oil pressure now. All right, go ahead, Carlos. You're free to crank. Watch the oil pressure. Might be a ground issue because. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and crank. Okay, we need better grounds or something. All right, stop. Turn it off. All right, we hopefully fixed the ground issue. Go ahead, see if it'll crank. Click it a bunch of times in a row. All right, stop. Put it in the gear and then out of the gear. No. In like. Yeah. Okay. Hold it. Do it again.
Do it, do it. Okay. So I'm gonna sand the mount real quick.
Okay.
Where the ground goes onto the end, the transition housing.
Okay.
Hopefully that's it. It's definitely a ground issue. Ready? Third time's the charm. Yeah, go ahead. Just go tack, tack. Okay. Maybe the battery isn't charged that much. Like enough. Wait, do it. Hold it.
Oh.
Hold on, wait. I gotta get charged. Okay, hold it. Just hold it down.
Just check.
Yeah. Yeah, battery might not have enough force. Alright, let's try another battery. Alright, we try again. Go ahead. Okay. Ready? Do it now? Do it. Put it in first. Don't hold the, take the e-brake off. Alright, put it in neutral, put the e-brake on. Go ahead. Okay. Is it out of gear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right again.
Hold on, let me get live with the thing real quick.
Maybe just needs a little love.
Okay. Go ahead. Watch the gauge. Let me know what it says. Go ahead and start cranking. Let's say it leaks. Keep going.
Ready?
Yeah, keep going. Is your battery dead already?
No. Nope. Nothing's binding.
Nothing's binding. Is the car in neutral? Okay, go ahead. It's coming. Keep going. Keep going. Alright, it's got fucking oil pressure. Now we're gonna gap the plugs. We can do a compression test real quick. As long as it's still working, you just need a little bit of love to get turned over, and then we can go ahead and go for a start. Okay, we just compression tested it and it was going really well. We have 165, 170, 160, and this one is 115, 120. So we're gonna run it. We're gonna see what it does once we do the warm-up break-in. Hopefully everything's kind of settled and it fits and shits and stuff. Hopefully I didn't mess up the valve lash, but if we need to, we can pull it off and we can check all that. So we're going to gap the plugs, put them in, connect the injectors, and I'm gonna upload the map and we're gonna try to start it. All right, guys. So we got oil pressure. We compression tested it. Weird compression test, but we're gonna go for a first start. I got the dead times for the injectors in the ECU, and yeah, we're gonna see. Carlos has to try not to rev it, but hold the throttle up so that it idles, because we're idling just off the throttle body right now. And yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a hassle. We still have to set the throttle body, but as soon as we do, it's gonna be smooth sailing. So we're gonna go ahead and go for our first start here soon and see how it goes. All right, we're gonna go ahead and see if she'll start. Yes, sir. Keep going. Quick. Something sounds jingly.
It's looking pretty decent.
I just don't know what that clicking noise is, that squeaking. It's kind of scaring me a little bit. Alright, go ahead, do it again. I'm trying to listen.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
That was fucking incredible. Are you excited, Papa?
Yes.
It sounded like a truck. Surprisingly, it was very lean when we first started. and I thought there was something loose in the bottom end, but that was actually knocked from it being really lean. So I added the fuel in. It started to stop knocking or making the knocking noise, and she's idling pretty good. We were holding the throttle, so we'll have to adjust that, which we're going to do here in a second, and then we can go ahead and drain the fluid, or drain the oil for after first start. The thermostat opened, it was holding about 200, which obviously the downpipe and shit's there, so it's going to hold that when it's not moving. So yeah, it just went really well. I'm fucking excited. Carlos is excited. He's ready to drive this motherfucker. So so we're gonna go ahead, let it cool down a little bit, and then we're going to start it again, get the idle adjusted with the throttle stop, because we had to hold it at about 6%, so move that a little bit, and then reset the idle. It should idle really good when hot, and then we can get the cold start fueling all ironed out another day. But this thing started, bruh. We're gonna check over for leaks. Well, that's good. We might get another start in here real quick, but we're gonna set the idle. Man, yo, sheesh! I gotta check over for leaks. I'm fucking repeating myself. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get another start in here quick. See if the idle where I set it is good. I set it. I saw him holding about 6% on the data log, so I set it to about 6. We're gonna see. He's gonna give it a little bit of throttle when he starts it, and then from there it should idle. Let me just save the map quick in case anything weird happens, because I did adjust the fuel. Okay. Good. Yes, sir. Just a little bit, like 8%, or like 4% or so. Go ahead, Carlos. Just crack it. Just stop, 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 stop. When it does that slow shit, you have to stop and then go again. What's the battery voltage say? 12.4? Stop. Hold the throttle open. You have to hold the throttle open a little bit. Okay. Oh, we can't go that slow. It's gotta go faster. It was charging, right? Oh, this wire is a little warm. That is a little warm too. Okay, we're trying to get another start in here. Go ahead, Carlos. Hold it up, hold it up. Well, you can't give it too. Just start it, go ahead. Huh? Wait. Our engine coolant temp is giving 21% of fuel. Okay, I had to fix some coolant temp corrections. It was giving it 20% fuel because whenever you start it right now, it's registering 0 map pressure when we give it throttle, because we have to give it throttle. So this will help with it starting at that vacuum level because it was dumping mad fuel. So this should start a lot easier now. Go ahead, Carlos. Alright, gonna go ahead and get another start. Too much throttle. Yep, back. Yeah, there you go. Too much throttle. You're going too far. You're at 15%. Alright. You have to back off of it whenever it starts to start because it's getting too much fuel. See how that works? Big throttle body stuff. Carl's gonna start. We're gonna set the ignition timing. Go ahead.
I got it. Did I? Yeah, we're holding like 49 psi.
All right, ignition set at 17. Turn the idle up a little bit because it's probably about 1,000, 1,200. We can probably turn it down or turn it up. But yeah, so. Oh, there she is, guys, in all her glory. Still have some idling to figure out. We did reset the ignition timing. It idles much better, starts much better. I took a lot of fuel out of the map because it was really rich in the lower vacuum areas. So when you stabbed the throttle or like dipped into the throttle a little bit, it would die because it had too much fuel. So got that ironed out, but she's ready for an oil change. You excited, Yes, so we got our first oil change to do, and then we can start driving this thing. I'm really not sure if that'll be in this video or if this video was just a short one for you guys, but blanked real quick.
It's late.
Yeah. It's like 2 in the morning. I'm glad that we got this thing together and it's running pretty good. We did drop some coolant on here, so that's what that is. Yeah, we got a few fuel lines. The fuel line right here is actually leaking, so we have to remake this fitting onto the fuel line, which is not a big deal. I can do that. And again, our fuel pressure regulator is leaking right there because of eBay's junk. So we're gonna get the AEM in here, get the fuel changed, and next video will probably be some street driving because it'll be the first driving that we got to do on the car. We got to get the fuel ironed out. We still have to make the battery tray and get all that shit sorted. So check you on the next one, guys. Deuces.